So Gina Carano is returning to Star Wars. It's pretty much official at this point. If you don't believe it, then you really just don't want to believe it. And Kathleen Kennedy is out of there. It feels like I'm making videos on this every other day or every few days. That's because every single day we're getting brand new news about Gina Carano returning to Star Wars and Kathleen Kennedy leaving Star Wars. And it seems like every single time we get more news, it's even more confirmation. It's even better news. It just seems like Gina Carano returning to Star Wars, being rehired by Disney Star Wars to come back to the Favreauverse. It was pretty much confirmed in my head before today, but this news that I'm going to bring to you today should confirm it in your head as well. We also have some very good news regarding the firing of Kathleen Kennedy, regarding the president of Lucasfilm. I already don't think she's calling the shots at Lucasfilm. I think there's no way that she's the one making these decisions that are happening right now. They're pushing the old Star Wars content a lot. They're pushing the Legends content a lot. They're remaking the KOTOR game. They have an HD port of Republic Commando coming out. A High Republic book, Into the Dark, that's not even that old. It's only a few months old, was 99 cents on May the 4th. That's a Kathleen Kennedy and Pablo Hidalgo creation. I do not think there's any way in hell that Kathleen Kennedy called the shot to make that book 99 cents. The High Republic is Kathleen Kennedy's baby, and I think in a way the High Republic was Kathleen Kennedy's last chance at proving herself to the Disney investors. I think the High Republic was Kathleen Kennedy's last chance, and she failed miserably at that. And what's crazy is, from what I've heard, I haven't even read any of the books. I only read a little bit of the first book, but from what I've heard is that the stories that are being told in the High Republic, the books that are being written, aren't even that bad. What ruins the High Republic for me and a lot of people in this space, a lot of you watching this video probably, is the way they go about marketing the High Republic. When they grab random characters from the stories to virtue signal on days of recognition, on days of acknowledgement like Trans Day of Visibility, they just grab random twins from the story and they say they're non-binary trans Jedi. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It's annoying to me. I don't know why Star Wars became sex crazed for the High Republic. It doesn't make any sense. Why are they making Lando pansexual? Why are they so focused on sexuality in Star Wars when Disney is supposed to be this family-friendly company? Everything's supposed to be made for kids. Remember guys, Star Wars is for kids. Well, why is everyone so obsessed with sex in the Star Wars universe now? It doesn't make any sense to me because it doesn't appeal to anyone. Not only does that not appeal to children, but it doesn't appeal to adults. We don't care about sex in Star Wars. We don't care about your sexuality. It's just not what we watch Star Wars for. I have other websites for that purpose. But like I said, there's just too much evidence of Gina Carano returning. There's just too much evidence of Kathleen Kennedy leaving Lucasfilm. They're pushing all this old Star Wars content that Kathleen Kennedy would never push, and we're getting all this news about Gina Carano toys being back in stores. They have the retro figure being sold at Disney World. And then we got this news a couple of days ago. Disney pushes Gina Carano for supporting actress Emmy despite calling her behavior abhorrent and unacceptable. When just a few months ago when Gina Carano was fired, they literally canceled her toys. They canceled her action figures. They wanted Gina Carano's name wiped from the map. They never wanted her associated with Disney, with Star Wars ever again. They tried so hard to get her out of there, to get her name away from the Disney name. They went so far as to cancel her episode with Bear Grylls. And now they're promoting her for an Emmy as the only supporting actress nomination. Gina Carano has been proposed by Disney for Emmy considerations as supporting actress on The Mandalorian. Until we see a public apology, a Gina rehiring, and a Kathleen Kennedy stepping down at Lucasfilm, this is just a ploy to silence disappointed Star Wars fans. I do not think it's a ploy to silence disappointed Star Wars fans. All this is going to do is rile us up even more, get us even more excited, get us talking more about it. This isn't going to silence us at all. This is going to make us feel like we're actually doing something by making these videos, by tweeting out these things. I don't think this is a ploy at all. But let's take a look at this new Gina Carano news. Let's take a look at what Overlord DVD has to say about this crazy Gina Carano news.
This until I had more on it, but the simple fact of the matter is, no less than 5 sources today have stated that Gina Carano was sighted on the set of the Book of Boba Fett. I reported last week that Disney was in talks with Gina Carano about returning to The Mandalorian, and these sightings would seem to serve as further proof that my sources were spot on about these talks. But even more importantly, her presence on the set of the Book of Boba Fett seems to indicate that Gina is open to returning.
Well, that's always been the thing. We always knew that Disney would want her back eventually. I know that they wouldn't put her on the for your consideration page for the Emmys if they didn't want her back at Disney, but it's always been, does Gina Carano even want to come back? Why would Gina Carano want to come back at this point after she was mistreated so badly? Why would she even choose to come back when she can literally do anything that she wants now and be successful? But if she was spotted on the Book of Boba Fett, that actually says a lot about what's happening at Disney, what's happening at Lucasfilm right now. Not only is it huge for Gina Carano, but it's also huge for the Favreauverse. I've been saying for a while now that The Mandalorian is probably not going to come out until mid-2023 at the earliest. The Mandalorian was supposed to start filming in early April. It is now May 12th and the Book of Boba Fett is still filming. If Gina Carano is being spotted on the set, that means that they're still filming right now. You know they're going to have a lot of post-production work on that series as well. So the Mandalorian might not start filming until October or November of 2021, and that's if we're being optimistic. I don't even see that happening. I think it's going to start filming maybe mid-2022. I don't think we're going to see it for a while. And I'm going to be honest with you, I think we might not see The Mandalorian season 3 ever. But this Gina Carano news is absolutely huge. Like I said before, before, in my head, it was already confirmed that Gina Carano is returning. There's just too many events happening at the same time. There's too many reports that are lining up with the events that happen. There's just no way that it's not happening at this point. There's no way that Disney doesn't want her back really badly. But like Doomcock said, it really comes down to if Gina Carano wants to return. And if she's being spied on the set of the Book of Boba Fett, then that means that she must want to return because of what he says here.
After all, if you've decided you don't want to go back to your old job, you're probably not going to go hang out at your old offices. My sources claim that Jon Favreau has been playing 4D chess with the Kennedy camp and has been agitating behind the scenes to get Gina Carano back to play Cara Dune in The Mandalorian, Rangers of the New Republic, and every other Favreau Star Wars project as he builds his universe.
So we always knew that Jon Favreau had big plans for Gina Carano going forward. You don't go out and handpick an actress like Gina Carano for a specific role like that. Unless you have big plans for that character, we know that she was going to be the star of the Rangers of the New Republic, and I'm sure she was going to be in many other spin-offs. Probably in all the other shows she would just be a side character, but she would play a big role in all of those shows. There's no way that Jon Favreau wanted Gina Carano so bad to play the specific role and then she was only going to appear in The Mandalorian. That wouldn't make any sense at all. So I think Jon Favreau would want Gina Carano back very badly. And like I said, if this news is true, it's already confirmed in my head that Gina Carano is returning even before we got this news, but this news should confirm it in your head. It should confirm it in everyone else's head as well, even the Gina Carano haters, even the ones that don't want to see her return. At this point, it's inevitable. Disney's missing out on too much money, and I think they finally realized their mistake. Not only are they actively losing money by firing Gina Carano, not only are people boycotting Disney Plus, not only are the WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier numbers way down, but you're also missing out on so much potential money. You made Gina Carano a superstar by firing her. If you rehire her, you're rehiring a superstar to your projects. It's going to sell just because Gina Carano is in it. Star Wars will be watched, Star Wars will be purchased just because Gina Carano is in it. There's so much potential money to be made off of Gina Carano, and for a lot of people it's going to be tough to give that money to Disney because of what they did to her in the first place, but at the same time a lot of people will do it just to support Gina.
And at last it appears that our long galactic nightmare is rapidly drawing to a close. Earlier, I reported that there has been a fog of war surrounding Kennedy, with various people claiming at various points that she is out already, others saying she's heading out, others saying she's out pending some meetings. My friends, some clarity is finally emerging from the gloom, and accounts from two separate independent sources are hitting some strikingly similar notes. We may at last know what is happening with Kathleen Kennedy. My first source tells me, quote, KK, from what we've been told, is on permanent vacation till October, when she will be given every award under the sun, and she will go on to do other things, unquote.
So like I've been saying in my past videos, like I've even said in this video, there's just too much going on right now. There's too many reports that line up straight up with the things that are happening. For Kathleen Kennedy to be calling the shots, there's no way that she made a High Republic book 99 cents after it was originally being sold at $18 and the book is only a few months old, maybe even less than that. There's no way that Kathleen Kennedy would do that. There's no way that Kathleen Kennedy would be focusing on this old Star Wars content that was made under George Lucas. They're re-releasing Legends books. They're making an HD port of Republic Commando. They're remaking KOTOR. All of this old stuff is coming back, and it's not the work of Kathleen Kennedy. She is not calling the shots at Lucasfilm anymore. But let me know what you guys think in the comments about this whole situation. Do you believe that Gina Carano is returning? Do you believe that Kathleen Kennedy will be fired? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, both of those links will be in the description. But thank you for watching the video and hope to see you in the next one.